I have gotten back into running after not running for a long time. I used to run quite a bit, probably somewhere between 20 and 40 miles a week is what I used to hit pretty regularly. Then I got into CrossFit and tried to run a ton and lift a ton and basically do more than I was capable of for too long. And then I got into the weeds with the interference effect, which is a very real thing, but most of the interference effect is just bad structure of training and trying to move too many things up at one time. And so I have gotten back into running, and I've basically done three things. And I will make a caveat. I am not currently training for like a marathon or anything like that. Just getting back into running like a 3-mile run on a more regular basis, in combination with continuing to lift. My Olympic lifting and my general strength has continued to go up since working on running in the way that I'm going to talk about here shortly. And I just think it's a product of me being more patient, me being a little bit older and wiser, and just actually creating a good structure around what I'm trying to do and create clarity around my goals. I'm not trying to be the fastest person from a 3-mile standpoint or a 5-mile standpoint, and I am still prioritizing my strength and those goals. So the three things that I have incorporated to build up my running capacity without detracting too much from my lifting is honestly just starting relatively small with the amount of running that I was doing. The first thing that I did was start to run as part of my warm-up. I would usually hop on the bike for 5 to 10 minutes, and I just simply made that a run. I really started with like a 2-minute run, pretty slow. And then I just added about a minute or two week after week until I was about a 10-minute run on a regular basis. And I don't do that all the time, but it really doesn't detract from my training. Like, it's just a warm-up, and then I can get into more specific things, but it's allowed me to build up my tolerance to running. And honestly, I like running. I do enjoy just going. It's a great way to just get into my workout without like thinking about, so I'm just gonna go run for 5 minutes. The next thing I did was start to incorporate once a week of a more sprint or track oriented session. It usually looks like a 400-meter jog, some form of plyometric activities, some hops, some forward and backward bounding, something like that. Build up sprints or some form of like easy start to progressive sprint activity. So that could be like a hill sprint, something that I can't really get a lot of top end speed going, because that type of stuff usually like leads to muscle strains for guys like me who are in their 30s. So it's just easing back into sprinting with eventually progressing to like 80 to 100 meter efforts at like 80%. This type of stuff has allowed me to just work on sprinting again, stuff that I wasn't doing a ton of. It's enjoyable, and honestly, these sessions take like 20 to 30 minutes, so you can get a good workout in and do something very different in a pretty short amount of time. Then the last piece I have started to do is just once a week, and this isn't even every week, but it's becoming every week, is go for just a low intensity, steady state run. Like, this is what you would consider zone 2-ish work. You could run walk this, but I just go for either like a 5K or a 30-minute run. I might push that up a little bit more in the future. I do it once a week. I will either do it on the same day that I train, like I'll do it after Saturday lifting, or I'll just do it on Sunday. I'm also playing soccer again, so I'm getting a little bit more running there. So if I play and have a hard soccer day, I might not run as far, but just getting that longer run of low intensity steady state has been beneficial for my cardio, and it's been beneficial for me just getting more ground contacts. I will say, I do have some knee discomfort, some ankle discomfort as I start a lot of these runs, but then it goes away. And that's the power of just building up your capacity, starting slow, and being okay with the fact that, if you haven't been running a lot, you're going to have some discomfort with it. But a lot of those things tend to get better if we just appropriately load and dose ourselves with the stuff we're trying to do. Let me know if this video helped. Subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. Like this video and go check out some of my others. Appreciate you being here.